Hopefully this will be the last day of this fucking top. What do you guys think?
Alright.
Alright, so it is yet another day, and we're back working on the vert. Basically we attack a few things. The car's still misfiring, so we got to put in a new crankcase ventilation valve, which we have purchased already. New lines, new everything to get out of the way, because like I said, it's still misfiring. And while we're at it, let's get rid of this thing. Alright. Finally got this out, and let's get to work. Alright, so basically what we're at right now is the same exact thing we did earlier in the video. We took off this entire corner piece right over here. So like I said, we took out the intake boot, the mass flow sensor, the boot that goes to the throttle body, which is right over here. We took out the wall that goes next to this throttle body right over here. We took out the little wall. We took out the AC duct. So all that's pretty much left now is to go ahead and start getting ready to take out the throttle body, move this dipstick and whatnot, and we should be almost there. Alright guys, so basically what's going on right now is we already went ahead and we disconnected all the wires. Like I said, we took off the diesel valve, disconnected all the boots and stuff like that. Right now what we're working on is we went ahead and we moved the dipstick over, all this wiring, so we disconnected a lot of the plugs and stuff like that. So we moved, once we disconnect a ton of wiring, pretty much anything that would protrude this from moving back some. Once you get the throttle body exposed, there's just four 10 millimeter bolts. Once you get the 10 millimeter bolts out, all four of them, you just go ahead and pull it out. So we'll see now. No pun intended. All right. So we went ahead and took out the, I forgot the name of this shit. Fuck. Or should I say the throttle body? I meant to say throttle body. So we went ahead and took out the throttle body. We have an extra O-ring that we're going to go ahead and replace that, but just so you know, we went ahead and took out the throttle body by taking out the four bolts that are holding the throttle body in place. Once you take that out, it's easy to take out. Simple. So now let's see if we can get that CCV valve out. Alright, so something I forgot to mention is since we are doing the crankcase ventilation valve, we're doing all the hoses. One of the hoses runs up here on top of the intake, so we got to go ahead and take care of the take out these valve covers. And then we have more room to work, so we're gonna go ahead and take care of that now before we get to that crankcase. Since we got Brendan over there talking on the phone, we're gonna go ahead and finish taking care of this. So basically what's going on right now is I went ahead and already took out the crankcase ventilation valve, which I have right over here. Basically, to take out the crankcase ventilation valve, you have, hold on, let's see the best way I can show you this. There's two screws. If you see the holes that are right here, there's one up here and then one on the bottom that you can see here, the little hole that's open. It's two screws. Take out the two Torx bit screws. Once you take them out, you gotta disconnect the vacuum lines that go to the crankcase ventilation valve. In my case, they were all brittle, so I just broke them off, pulled this out, very easy. Now here's a few tricks that I'm gonna show you to install them that makes life so much easier, and you could also take them out just as easy as putting them in. So let me go ahead and show you how to do that now. This I have here, this is the new parts I have here placed just for demonstration. First things first, the crankcase ventilation valve has this little nipple that goes here. On this particular model, this needs to be capped off. Some of them has an actual hose that it connects to something else. But like I said, on this one, we're just going to cap this little piece off with a little cap, a little rubber cap. Now, the next thing is we got to put all these hoses back. Once we ripped everything out, obviously because it's old, it's easy just to rip out, but to replace, you got to take a little bit of finesse. It's very simple. This piece in particular, I'm going to show you right now. Before I used to slide it through the bottom and in, and it used to be a pain in the ass and I didn't know what I was doing, but now that I have experience with this, now I know there's an easier way. You come from the top, there's a little hole, you just bring it through the hole and through the runner by just twisting it. Simple as that. You stick your hand from the bottom, and if you need be, you just go ahead and guide it, and once it's in place, just go ahead and click it in place, and that's about it. It's very simple. Now, this hose that's up top here, obviously this is a cold climate hose. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and connect it like normal. It's going to go basically just like this to the piece I just installed, which has a little nipple that goes into that, and then that connects to this little top runner, and then of course the crankcase ventilation valve. Now the next part is this hose right here. It's very simple. You're just going to guide it straight down and through, and then once it's in place, you're going to go ahead and connect it. But that's almost about it. One more thing, the bottom has another connection of the crankcase ventilation valve that goes from the bottom of the crankcase ventilation valve to the dipstick, which is right over here that I have moved out the way. That line, you got to also make sure to connect that as well. But other than that, it's actually very easy job. To most people, not everybody, but it's fairly easy and straightforward. So start tackling it. Alright, after like 6 years and a half, as you see, it's already starting to get dark, unfortunately. We're running out of daylight, but next thing up is we already went ahead and put in the crankcase ventilation valve, hooked up all the lines, just how I explained it. Everything is connected. Basically, everything is press and twist to put on. Or you could kind of give it a little force and pop it on, but other than that, it's fairly simple, straightforward, just a pain in the ass, takes a little bit of time. Next up, change this little ugly ring right here for the throttle body. We're going to put it with the new gasket that we have, just to make sure everything is nice and gnarly, and you already know, after that we're going to go ahead and pop it in with the 4 bolts and start slapping stuff back together, so let's get to it. Alright guys, so basically I'm editing the footage right now, and I decided I left a little segment out, so I need to go ahead and fill you guys in. So we did the crankcase ventilation valve system. Everything is actually perfect. The car's running butter smooth, no misfires, no codes. I'm gonna put the codes down in the description so you know what codes the car had. So basically just check it out. It runs smooth as butter. Sounds mad healthy. I don't hear no issues. Just check it out. So, with that being said, you know the car runs good. Let's continue with the video. Alright guys, so it is a new day. So basically what's going on right now is we went ahead and picked up another part. Basically what that is the motor for the actual top itself to pick it up and lower it. We've fixed about just about every part on the top except that part. So still not working. We think it's that. Hopefully it's that piece. If it is, we'll change it. If not, you know the deal. But let's figure out how to do it. Alright, so to my knowledge, should be back here somewhere. Probably under this back seat, if I'm not mistaken. Which basically you just pull the seat up. You gotta give it a nice hard pull. The whole seat will come up on both sides. And then let me do that and we'll go from there. Alright, so basically what's going on right now is they have these 10mm bolts. I went ahead and picked this up because I was just checking it out to see how this is exactly, because I don't know anything about this. I took off 3 10mm bolts. One right over here on the edge, one right here in the front, one right here on the side. And basically, you pull this out. When you turn it over, that's the part we need to change. So let me go ahead and see what I can do about this right now. Alright guys, so basically what's going on right now is I went ahead and already changed it. This is the old one. Basically it was just one screw right over here. Once I took the screw out, it was a 10mm screw. I went ahead and unpronged this part right over here, unclipped it per se. Once I unclipped it, now it's simple. You have this prong right over here. Just turn this son of it sideways and pop it right in basically. So let me go ahead and take care of that. Walk it like a trumpet. 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 Alright, so all BS aside, basically all we gotta do right now is go ahead and screw this bad boy in. Once this bad boy is nice and screwed in, we're gonna go ahead and pop her right back in over here and then bolt her up. Let's give her a try. Alright, basically what's going on right now is I went ahead and installed everything. I went to hit the switch, see if the top would retract, and absolutely nothing. Alright, well, good part is we got the top to work. The bad part is we changed absolutely everything, and I do mean everything, to make this top work, and it ended up being a little magnet even smaller than a dime. I'm a little ashamed of myself, but at the same time, the top works. So basically what's going on, it's still the same day that I'm editing the video. This is the second portion. I'm like absolutely terrible at closing footage or closing videos. I can't stress it enough. But basically what's going on is we finally finished the top, finally got it working, everything's running perfect. Obviously the top goes down, you guys physically saw it, I was talking. The thing that defeated us was a little tiny magnet that's attached to the latch that we didn't even know about. So we're going crazy figuring out how to do it, and basically that magnet is like a little relay that once the magnet sets into place, it tells the brain that the top is opening, and then it'll continue opening. So all that crap we were doing is not necessarily for nothing, because I'm pretty sure we changed out something that needed to be changed, but damn. But with that being said, basically we got our ass kicked by a top. You got to see the CCV valve be installed, which is the crankcase ventilation valve. The car runs, the top works, it's looking good. We got some more stuff in store for you. I don't know what else to say, but this is Drive Miami. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Like I always do it. You know what it is. Drive Miami. Peace.